Hello everybody, this is Daddy Ric again. Today we will be tackling regarding parenthood. Okay, how to teach your kids to be independent. Okay, to all parents, I just want to remind that spoiling our kids will not help them to face the reality of life or the real life when they grow up. In general, as I mentioned with my past videos, that my mom teach me how to do the household chores. So that's why I know how to cook, I know how to wash my clothes, I know how to fold, I know how to arrange my closet, to fix my bed, to clean the house, organize everything, do the marketing, etc., etc. And my dad taught me how to be a man. He taught me regarding electrical things, plumbing, carpentry, masonry, etc. So my dad taught me how to do things by yourself without asking professionals for basic or minimal things that you have to do in your house. And my mom taught me how to live alone. Okay. At these days, I find so many parents that are spoiling much regarding their kids, especially if they're doing good in school. Yeah, you will be feeling proud that your kids are doing in school that good, right? But the factor is, are you preparing them sooner or later regarding when they grow up? I don't think so. Because if you will be serving everything to them, okay, son, because you've done good in the school, I will cook you for this, and after he eat, no, I will be the one to do that. Just leave your things behind there, and I will be the one to pick it up for you, etc., etc., etc. No, you are making them totally dependent to you. So that's what I'm saying. On the time that you are already old and they are already grown up, and you cannot live by their sides, how they will supposed to live by their own if they are totally dependent to you, right? So for me, just like for the kids, if your parents are teaching you the right things regarding this household chores, or your dad is showing you how to do or to fix things, be glad. It is not a punishment, or it is not a penalty. It is for your future. So for the parents, I just want to remind, don't spoil them. Teach them. It is not treating them like a prince or a princess in the house, and suddenly they will grow up like a brats, right? They don't even know how to prepare something for them. No, you will not wash their butts after they poop until they grow up, right? You will not be always the one taking care of everything for them from head to toe. So it will be better for us parents to teach our kids on the early time or the early age to learn how to be independent, because it will be a big help for them. Many people aspire to work abroad, being an OFW in different category or in different levels. There are some below level and there are some high levels. But at the end of the day, when you are working overseas, you will not bring your mom with you to cook your favorite food. She will not be the one to prepare your favorite sinigang or favorite adobo or whatever, right? So, excuse me. So, looking at it, right? You're not penalizing or punishing your children because of you are teaching them these things for their own sake in the future. So, why you have to do that everything for them? I remember when I traveled my second time to go back, in Saudi Arabia way back in 1996. I have this batchmate, no. We have this batch that we have. We call it like a corporation, no. We share, no, our food allowance, no. Then if it will be your day off, we are not taking day offs at the same time, right? Then when it's about to eat, no, if it is my duty to cook, I will be the one to cook. Then the rest of the people will be, if somebody is with me at the time, somebody is helping to prepare the ingredients and everything, and then somebody will be assigned for the dishes and everything. Then he do nothing. He will just be sitting there, watching the TV. Then on the time of the meal, he will be the one rushing there and acting like how do you call that? A homeless person, or I'm not dragging the homeless person, but how do you say that in English? That a very hungry, starving person that never been eaten for a week, something like that. Then everything, the foods are falling down on the table. Then after he eats, he will just leave the used plates on the sink, and he will go back to the room, and he treats us like his servants. So then I talked to him. I told him, you cannot do it like this. You should be doing something to help the group. And he answered me, I don't know anything, because in the house, my mother is the one doing everything. You see? Then I told him, your mom is not here, so you should bring your mom with you when you apply for this work. And he got angry with me because he told me that, am I acting as the boss of the group? I said, no, I'm not acting as the boss of the group, but I'm just telling you that you have to be fair with everybody, because everybody is talking or telling me that I have to talk to you regarding these things. Then with his ego, he said, I will move out of the group and I will do it by myself. So I said, okay, fine. Instead of us fighting in here, making a fist fight, and we will be sent back at home, better for you to separate. Then the funny thing that happens is he don't even know how to cook. He tried to learn how to cook the rice. He tried to cook fried eggs. No, he bought hot dogs, canned foods, everything that is instant to cook. Then he has a good body when we came. Then suddenly he's losing weight, right? Then at night, me and the group had this idea to keep our cooked food inside the room to hide it from him, because he's stealing the food. Then he was like a cat, slowly sneaking on where the food is placed, and he is simply stealing from the food that we cook. Sometimes we cook those favorite dishes by the Filipinos, no, with the soup, nilaga, sinigang, tinola, anything, right? Then, and my colleagues told me, what shall we do, Richard? I said, just let him, because on the time that he left the group, he should learn something. Then he was transferred in another area, and we never saw him for a year. Then after that, he visited our location, and he's totally, I cannot recognize him totally, because the people that he was with on that area totally shut the door for him because of his attitude. And the bad thing is he resigned at the end of it without finishing the contract, because he cannot live by himself alone. He continuously eating fried eggs, fried hot dogs, spams, anything that are all instant, no? The processed foods. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You will not be with your kid all your life. So why you don't teach them how to live life by themselves while they are still young, right? So you are not giving them that that simple life because you are serving them. You are making them, what's the best word to use? No? Imbecile, right? Inutil, right? If you cannot live by yourself alone and you are not rich, right, that you can buy foods in good restaurants, no, not as I said before, we are not all born with a silver spoon in our mouth. So with that situation, if you are just living a normal life, now I find mostly in the Philippines, you will find those people who are living in a normal level. They are treating their children like prince and princess. No? So the kids are growing knowing nothing. Right? I am good at school, so my parents should serve me, etc. etc. No, for me it's a no. My kid, he is just like me. He's an average boy. For me, there's nothing wrong. I'm an average man and I'm an average person. As what our president is saying when he was when he was studying, all his grades are all, we call that in Tagalog, palakol, no? Meaning line of 7, but he's now the president of the country. I experienced the same. But for me, an average person always maintain that factor of learning, because there's always room to learn, right? Because if you are thinking that you are already the best of all the best, and you don't need to learn anything more because you know everything, you are shutting down that door of continuous learning. But life is learning. Every day we learn things. Every second, every minute, every hour, we are learning things about life. Every time that God gave us this new day for us to face. So, I think I am clear regarding this topic. For the parents, you are not punishing or you are not penalizing your kids if you will be teaching them the right way of growing up independently. And for the children, don't think that it is a punishment coming from your parents if they are teaching you how to be independent, because that will be for you, for the future. After you move out of that box where you think that you are the best. Here, if you are only good in academics and you don't know anything more other than that, at the end of the day, I can say nothing. You are nothing. Because you are still a dependent person to your mom, to your dad, to your parents. So, if you are really good, if you have that knowledge, if you have that skills, but without them, you cannot live your life. So how good you are? Still nothing, because there is so many things missing in your life. But if you are well prepared while you're still young, until you grow up and prepare your life facing the reality of life, there will be a big difference between when your parents are with you, or your parents is already alone in the house as a couple and you are living by yourself alone, or you, like us as OFWs, you are living or working abroad in a different country. Nobody will take care of you other than you. So that's my advice for this time for the parents and for the children. And I hope this topic turns interesting. So as what I'm always reminding, if you find this interesting, just click like, put your comments, any suggestions. If you find it good, appreciate it. If you don't like it, you can make the thumbs down. But I hope that you find it interesting. Then don't forget to subscribe, click that bell so you will be notified to all our new topics. And don't forget to share so you can spread the love with your family, with your friends regarding these types of topics. So it will remind them, the children and the parents, the benefit of growing up and learning things up, how to be independent. So again, as I'm always saying, life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. And to all OFWs around the world, hello everybody. To my followers in different countries, I hope you guys are happy now. I'm trying my best to talk full in English, and I hope everything will be fine. I'm sorry, but if my English is not that good as you expect, I'm a Filipino. I'm not. I don't have that British accent or something, but I'm trying my best so it will be clear for everybody. And again, thank you very much to everybody, to my family, my wife. I love you, mommy. To my two kids, DX and 3H, I love you guys. God bless us all. Thank you very much.